Kani 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 goose 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 kani 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 goose 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 kani 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 kani.
All right, so this is my first pick, Unseen by You, A Quiet Place, Day 1, filmed by Michael Sarnoski. This is a summer release, 2024. Quiet Place Day 1 is a American apocalyptic horror film, the third installment in the Quiet Place film series, which serves as a spin-off and prequel to the original Quiet Place film from 2018. The film stars Lupita Nyong'o as a terminally ill woman during the early stages of an invasion in New York City by blind extraterrestrial creatures with an acute sense of hearing, known unofficially as the Death Angels. This, for me, was one of my favorite horror films of last year. This is also one of the big surprises for me last year.
Really?
I liked I liked the first Quiet Place movie just fine.
Yeah,
I didn't see the second one. I didn't really kind of think like the series had anything sort of further to say.
same here.
I was blown away by the performances in the movie, you know, particularly by like Lupita.
Yeah.
I love the overall message of the movie. I love the entire time that her and the other lead, Joseph Quinn, spend so much time trying to save a cat that may or may not actually be in league with the aliens.
That was great casting, by the way, for the cat. True
Frodo.
asshole fashion, just like a typical cat.
Typical cat. As a former sort of brief, only about 3 years resident in New York, I love the idea that they tried to evacuate the city by telling New Yorkers, go to South Street Seaport and just try to stay quiet, and then everybody get fucking massacred. I love the idea of basically, you know, these two people kind of accepting, you know what, it's probably the end of the world. What else do we have to do? Let's go north, try to have some pizza. And I think we've talked about this before, but ending horror movies is a extremely difficult thing to do well. And for me, this had, we can get to like the specifics in like a little bit, but this had for me one of the best ever endings I've personally seen in a horror movie. So
okay,
yeah, what'd you think of this one?
Let me do this. I'm going to do the reverse. I'm gonna I think I guessed your favorite scene in this film.
Okay.
The movie, by the way, starts with a fucking poem. As soon as I started this film, and they're like, Nyong'o's character, they're like,
I'm a fucking opera critic from the end of Dirty Work. Yes. Yeah.
yes. I'll say this though. It was a pretty good poem, I'm not gonna lie. It's called This Place Is Shit. Where she just talks about how shitty the place is that she is, whatever this home is that they're taking care of her in, and how everybody's sucks, and somebody, I don't know, he laughs like an asshole, and somebody looks stupid,
and somehow, but so same way convincingly just kind of portrays, oh, like this chick has like a week and a half left at most.
I was like, if this is all poems, I'm out. I'm totally out of this. They're like, oh, let's all share the rest of your poems you came up with. I'm like,
right.
Oh, this is going to be painful. I thought this was a quiet place, and apparently it's an open place.
It's an open mic place.
An open mic place. I'll say this. I would have never watched this. I knew it was out. I forget what it was on. What it was on, maybe it was on a Netflix or HBO Max or something.
I saw it in the theaters.
One of those streaming services, but I had seen it advertised. Again, I don't remember seeing it advertised at theaters, and I had seen the first one, A Quiet Place, and I thought it was decent, but I had no real reason to go back to like this world.
The first one kind of feels like it says everything that it can say for what it's trying to get across.
I thought it was okay. I thought it was an all right film. And the reason I say that is because the things that made me jump the most in this film were, one, when so it's kind of starts out, they do the poem, you find out about Nyong'o and her situation. She has cancer, she's dying, but she's also friends with, I guess he's like, he's not an orderly, but he's kind of like the person that's, I don't think he's a doctor either. He's just the person that's kind of leading like their circle time, and he's just checking
Right.
in on make sure that things are good with
Uh-huh.
them. And so her, and this is also, by the way, the son in Hereditary. I don't know his name,
Oh, okay. Sure.
but I was like, I know him from somewhere. So it's the son from Hereditary, which all that awful shit happens to him. We won't talk about that. But him and Nyong'o, they get this relationship going where he's just like, he knows that she's into music and stuff like that. And he's like, hey, you want to go to this city? Because he knew that, you know, she's from the city and they're probably in the countryside or upstate New York or wherever they are. And he's like, you know, I'll take you to the city. We'll, you know, catch some like this music like concert or something we should go check out.
It was like a marionette show that
That's what it ended up being. She didn't know, but he's like, you know, let's catch just like live act or something. She's like, oh, okay, you know, whatever that is. And he's like, and we'll get pizza on the way back because she keeps saying she wants pizza. And so they go in there. She finds out it's a puppet show or whatever. And then they're trying to go back, and she's like, all right, I'm going to go get pizza now. And the guy's like, no, we got to get on the bus. We got to get out of here. Something's happening.
right.
It shows everybody in the bus. She's pissed off because she's like, oh, God, this guy broke his promise because she really wanted pizza.
Uh-huh.
And then it shows all the old people on the bus with her kind of stand up and walk towards the back and look out. And she doesn't know what they're looking at. So Nyong'o goes to the back. And as soon as she gets to the back, and it just shows it's kind of like fuzzy through like the back window, just something like explodes or whatever. And I think it's the aliens crashing down to like
the UFO sort of basically hits battery power.
Yeah, and then just dust and rock and everything gets thrown at the bus, and everybody gets knocked backwards. And I was like, that's intense. And then she gets out. It's kind of like the mist where she's stumbling through. You can't see anything. People are getting snatched up. She gets knocked under a car. That scene there, when the car starts to collapse on her, I was like, oh shit, get the fuck out, because her leg got trapped and is gonna like crush her. That I thought was intense. The other scene was when her cat, by the way, she has kind of like a comfort cat.
Like a calico named Frodo
Frodo, yeah.
There are interpretations of this movie where it's actually Frodo's actually the main antagonist.
Frodo? Yeah. He keeps trying to force a ring on her. She doesn't know why a cat knows anything about rings. But the scene where the cat keeps getting away. The cat, I mean, the cat wants to survive. I get it. He wants nothing to do with this shit. So the cat kind of at one point just kind of runs off. And he goes over to like this like flooded like subway tunnel or whatever. And it's like the gate to go into like the subway. And then it's all of a sudden somebody just bursts out of the water. And the cat like jumps back. And like when that happened, that was the character Eric, of course. His name's Eric.
Of course,
bursts out. Then I was just like, whoa, shit. Those were the two scenes that kind of blew me away. And just kind of scared me. The rest of it, though, I thought it was kind of not mediocre. I liked what they did with the film, but I love the relationship between the two characters. I love how they both have their own flaws.
In fairness, it uses kind of horror genre trappings to tell a maybe a more dramatic kind of hospice end of life story. It's a little bit it's a lot further outside the horror genre than like a lot of other things we're kind of covering on.
I like how I kind of felt like it was a snow globe. And the reason I say that is they're inside this little bubble and you're experiencing just like this serene moment between them where they both have these things going on with them. Eric is not from the States. He came there to go to like law school or something.
Something like that, speaking in his natural British accent the entire time.
Yeah, he is, which kind of throws you off.
Yeah.
But he's just like a sweet guy. He's just, you know, you can tell he's a real person, but he also has like anxiety issues.
Right.
And then Nyong'o, of course, is dying of cancer and she can't get her patches that are her help keeping her alive. And then there's the whole story about her dad died of cancer and he was this great musician that played in the city. And they used to always play at this pizza joint where they would have
like a character beat I kind of really love is Lupita and Quinn sort of they both flock. If this is a invasion, because the core concept of like these films is that these aliens, they hunt by sound, and if you make too loud of a noise, they'll immediately sort of kind of jump on you and kill you.
Yeah.
I love the fact that kind of both of them clock, Lupita being a very experienced New Yorker and Quinn being British, sort of looking at the people that sort of live in that goddamn city, and they immediately figure out if we're the same place as a crowd of New Yorkers, we're going to get slaughtered. We're
Yeah.
going to get killed immediately. And I had a as kind of a quiet person that lived in New York for a while. That resonated with me so goddamn much. Like my
Yeah.
whole thing was like because you always kind of have. I mean, it's memories of 9/11. I mean, they're literally using
Oh, sure.
like
Yeah.
the south kind of part of the city. Like my whole thing, I always had in the back of my head living there was like, if I ever see a crowd going one way, I'm just going to go the other.
Yep.
Mm.
But there was I'll say this: their performances were stellar. They were both. You can tell they're very experienced actors. They're very good at what they do, which pulls you into their characters in the movie itself.
Mm-hmm.
And it almost feels to me kind of like if you ever watch The Walking Dead, it's one of those shows where you watch and you focus on the drama, like the human drama.
The drama of people trying to basically through like what's
just trying to survive, and then the zombies are kind of like noise on the outside, and you get used to them killing them all the time. It's just kind of like stuff that happens. But I mean, the focus is on these people, and I totally got that, and I love that about it.
Right.
But the CGI for the
it's
aliens
rough. It's very rough.
made me think of like early 2000s CGI where
this is the weak point of this movie. This is the weak point of like the original Quiet Place is the all digital monster design. It's fucking PS3 graphics. It's a real bummer to look at. Yeah.
And that's what I said is this, right? I gave it a score, which it probably doesn't deserve.
Okay.
But my thought was if the aliens had been, you don't see them for the most part in the first one, from what I remember. Yeah. So if they had stuck to that,
flash, it's in the dark, it's very, very quick. It works because when you kind of spend too long on them, you're just like, oh yeah, this is from fucking Dead Space. This doesn't look like an actual.
Oh yeah. That's why I was like, the whole scene where the mist and you don't know what's in the mist that's like snatching people up. I'm like, keep that going. And if you did that, if the monsters were just kind of like invisible the entire film, it would have been a much stronger film, in my opinion. Right. They showed something where it's like the aliens, like they had these little like, I don't know what they were, like buds.
It's good. There's like Quinn kind of descends into like a kind of a hellmouth at one point.
Yeah.
And there's a thing that's not particularly well explained of the aliens. They have kind of like this egg cache.
That's not at all.
So, I mean, I recommend this as a horror movie, but honestly, some of the horror aspects are like the least kind of well done and sort of compelling of this thing. Yeah. For me, I love the idea of like people just like, you know, the bravery and the humanity of like a couple people going being like, oh, we probably don't have too much time left. What should we do? Let's go. Everyone else is going south. Let's go north. Let's have some drinks. Let's have some pizza. And then kind of like the final kind of redemptive arc at the end, like sort of Lupita basically thinks she's sacrificing himself to kind of get Quinn and her cat on like a boat that's actually kind of like going by. She sets off all those car alarms. She's completely convinced that she's going to get killed at that point. Quinn gets onto the boat with the cat. There's a little scene of him just kind of pulling the cat out, like the sack. The cat's fine. It's kind of like that sort of nuzzling together. And then for me, the final scene of Lupita being like, you know what? I got lucky. I got to do everything I'm going to do. Or walking down the streets of Harlem with a boombox, headphones connected to it. She's blaring that Nina. Why of all times? Feeling good.
Oh, okay.
What's the?
You can tell me. I still wouldn't know. I have no idea.
That very famous Nina Simone song.
Okay. Yeah.
Right. And her finally being at the end, like, and this is for me chilling way for like a movie to end. Is she's walking. She's like, my cat's safe. My buddy's safe. I've had some pizza. I'm going to die anyway. Fuck it. Let me go out my own terms. She rips the headphones like out of the boombox.
Yeah.
Blaring Nina Simone. Immediately, like an alien kind of drops down behind her. She's got seconds left to live. She kind of grins. Cut to black. Credits roll. I had chills.
Yeah, that was kind of badass. I like that. Yeah, it was good. You know what? I honestly watched way too much of The Walking Dead, more than I really should have.
Oh, so that's
I probably burned out on that whole thing.
That's a much less novel thing to. That's a much more novel thing to me. Maybe at the end of the day.
Yeah, no, I thought that was it was a pretty good moment. She knows herself. She's gonna live and die in that city. That's just her story. But yeah, I mean, for something that I would never have watched on my own, I think it's a pretty good watch, and I think there's a lot that you can get out of this that's enjoyable.
Sweet. Okay, so my score for this one, this was a 45 for me personally. It fell a little short again, just because like the monster sort of being the weakest part. But 0 to 50 for you. What do you got?
I picked a 27.
27. Okay. That 27 actually puts it in the top running.
Still,
tied with the best wishes, but let's
it's a 72.
Let's go on to your second pick for me. This is Waxwork.